So the duo that got the job done at times for Georgia was Terry Roberts and Cario Oquindo. They account for about 2/3 of the scoring.
Hey, the duo that played junior college basketball together at Florida Southwestern, that's what they did. They shot it well, they performed well, and they were productive. Oquindo made a couple threes. Terry Roberts had a couple buckets inside. He handled the pressure outside, and when he had to make shots, he did when they dared him. So the duo that played together in junior college continue to know it tonight.
It's amazing. That's a couple years later. Here they are in Georgia. Yeah. Okay, so see some of the notable stats and figures from the first half. And yeah, several different scoring swings. Now, Georgia had those two 10-0 runs in that first half. One other statistic of note, Georgia has one less point than when we talked to you last. So Rob Rourke, just came over to share with us, remember the flop situation, the flop technical assessed to Alan Flanagan. I think they shot, did I hear him correct? They shot one extra free throw they should not have shot.
No, I think he said, as right before we were coming on.
We only had a few seconds.
I think they said they counted it as a team foul, and they shouldn't, which then got them in the penalty, and they made an extra free throw they shouldn't have had.
That's right. So regardless, okay, well, Georgia's up by 4 now, that's it.
And boom, Jalen Williams, the guy that Auburn needs to step up his game, knocks in a 3 to start the second half.
Chris Moore is now wearing number 41 instead of number 5, so
sometimes you want to disguise something for officials or the scoring officials on the side. He'll have no fouls in 41.
We have all sorts of statistical changes at the break here. There's Oquindo in for one more, very strong. When he leaps off of 1 foot, he's got that athleticism.
Yeah, and the scouting report is he is really, really good when it's in the right hand and he goes right. So they let him do it, he finished.
12 points for Oquindo. And that's off of Broom's hands.
Oquindo again going downhill. The scouting report, he's good either way, but the strength is going the right hand, and they allowed him to do what he wants to do.
So Johnny hit 2 threes in that first half. He's definitely improved his shooting compared to a year ago. Last year, it felt like he was exclusively going to attack and drive. This year, he's expanded it a little bit. Mike White really lauds his coachability in his first season under the tutelage of White.
And he looks to that jump shot. It's still probably drive first, but see right there. Step back, you work on it all summer.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
All night long. Salutes the crowd. Everybody's happy.
Oquindo with a cold-blooded sidestep triple that time, and Georgia maintains this lead. Credit to the Bulldogs. It has been in front for much of this game. Broom buries a 3, swirls it down. He had 1 3 coming into this one, and the forwards got 2 tonight.
So we talked about the struggles of Auburn. They were 3 of 11 beyond the 3-point stripe in the first half. They've knocked in their first 2 to start the second half.
Both teams have connected 5 times from deep. Oquindo guarded by Moore.
Good matchup. They'll continue to move Bridges around in the post to see if they can find him some looks.
Roberts' man got screened. They try the reverse, tap back in. That's Bridges underneath. His first field goal comes in the second half.
They might have given it to Moncrief, who was right there with him.
If it was Moncrief, Georgia still leads by 8. Yeah, that was Moncrief. Another in the air. The bounce hit the shot clock. That means out of bounds.
That's that old adage, is that we hope, if you're a Georgia defensive player, we hope Broom makes one. Because then he'll shoot more.
Yes.
So the scouting report would say, free him up, give him a couple threes. He's gotten better at it, but he's not great at it.
Georgia looking for, no doubt, its first signature win of the year. Hey, they capitalize off of a friendly non-conference schedule, 10-3 start, very optimistic signs.
I love the activity of Moncrief.
And he's going to the line for 2.
He's active, he's aggressive. He's not necessarily a great offensive scorer. He continued to get better. I did a game when he was at Oklahoma State. He is a phenomenal athlete, but his motor runs great. And His motor runs a little bit like a lot of the Auburn players, right? He's playing around the rim, he's active, he's aggressive, and this Georgia team needs that.
Moncrief, 71% from the line is 10 of 23 from the strike this year. So one thing that Mike White has had to juggle at times, several players have missed a game here, a couple games there. So 6 players, you see that third bullet, have missed a combined 16 games. Only one game where everyone has been available. Tonight feels like they're at full strength. Up by 9.
I'm still thinking about the free throw. You know how hard it would be if you're a 46% free throw shooter to shoot an air ball and then swish right. I'm just saying, I was a shooter. Mentally, it's almost, I can't imagine what goes on in the mind because you're not a good free throw shooter and you shoot an air ball. How you can come back, that's how strong mentally you've got to be to swish one. And it's an amazing thing.
Hey, true to his form. 1 out of 2 at the strike.
Yeah, true. But that first one was...
That was a weird too.
Oh, downhill.
Yeah, that was way off to the right there. Roberts got pushed.
Again, I'll go back to what I said the first half. When Georgia gets a rebound or a steal, when they get a rebound, they've got guys who want to run and that can push. And Terry Roberts, as the lead guard, likes to push, likes to get the ball up the floor because the bigs can run also. Moncrief's a runner, Bridges can run.
See the rebounds, by the way. Georgia +1 now after, well, we saw a whole bunch of offensive rebounds early in the first from Auburn. It got out to a quick lead, but it's been Georgia ahead for the majority of this game, led by as many as 11 in the first half. To Bridges, bodying with Broom, got a little separation over the left shoulder. And there's a loose ball foul on Moncrief. That's his second.
And it's exactly what Georgia wants on the offensive end. Bridges has not been able to convert his jump hooks over Broom tonight.
He's 0 of 5 from the field.
And every one of them have been the same, whether it's the left hook, whether it's the right hook. He gets his body kind of jumping tonight away because Broom gets underneath him, challenges him, and he gets away from the basket. He's not turning into the basket. Matchup zone defense by Georgia. Good ball fake.
Got Roberts in the air. Williams, he gets a man in the air. Jasper got it. 4-3.
Third 3 of the half for this Auburn team.
Oh, Quindo got blocked. That's Williams. And now Auburn's running, so they are turning that defensive stop into a little transition, and Georgia gets back nicely. Williams draws the foul.
Take a look at what Auburn does against the zone. Use your ability to pump fake the shot.
1, 2.
Draw defense, wide open, Jasper down. He's a guy you probably allow the open look for the open shot.
Looked like Mike White called that timeout earlier. He was up in the air, jumping up and down for that. Georgia by 6.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's more, and he rises for the stuff.
Well designed underneath, out of bounds. Terrific pass. Good screen up top. Easy flush.
Remember, Auburn trailed Florida at half a week ago. Ultimately came back and won. They were down 7 at half. Back within 4. Mike White says timeout. 15:55 to go.
Underneath, out of bounds, you've got to execute offensively and defensively. Defense got caught, watching, no help, no switches. Good bounce pass. Easy finish, Auburn. Much better in the second half, 45-41.
On the SEC Network. Also streaming live on the ESPN app. Yeah, that's going all out with the paint job. It's one thing to just paint the letter, but, you know, we're going all out with the red. Can they basically just, like, leave that on, you know, and then go to the game on Monday? I feel like it would take 5 days to get that stuff off.
You know, let's hope. We know the students aren't in school at this time, and maybe some of those people are staying at their parents' house.
Sure.
Mom's saying, no, you stand outside. We're going to spray you off before you come in.
Right.
And get it on our sheets.
Yeah, I think, right. Break's over at that point. You're going back to the dorm. Georgia in the national championship game on Monday. TCU, that dream season continues for the Horned Frogs. Meanwhile, Georgia on the hardwood tonight. Boy, they have played well. Now offensively shooting around 45% from the floor. Roberts now has 15.
After the timeout, I loved it. Bruce Pearl went to a quick trapping zone defense, and Terry Roberts went right through it. They didn't stop him. He finished it around the goal.
Roberts and Oquendo, the only two scorers for Georgia that averaged double figures. They've combined for 30 tonight. Broom's pass is knocked away.
How about Auburn shooting 57% from the field second half?
Well, Roberts dribbles out of danger and gets it back. Now they're going to run some stuff.
Mike White spending a lot of time trying to get his guys in the right spot on the offensive sets.
10 on the shot clock. This is Bridges. Had it poked away. Broom with the active hands and a good sleight of hand.
I always thought with a big, you need to fire it in there fast because a slow bounce pass gets knocked away by another big.
Bridges, he shades green.
Good job by Ingram. Roberts was matched up with Broom underneath.
Green got him. So Wendell has 3 free throws after the Bridges whistle. His third timeout in Athens. Back after this. Bridges, meanwhile, or previously before we went to break, look at Wendell Green, the step back, and Bridges leaps into him. He was whistled for the personal. Green has 3 fouls. What do you say?
Well, the problem Green made was that he passed it, so he doesn't get the 3 shots. So they called it a pass. Think of that. He knows. I mean, side out of bounds.
Yeah, Auburn has taken that out of bounds.
Yeah.
Part of it.
But, I mean, he made a good fake. Guards love when bigs are out there trying to guard. Let's just be honest.
It's Auburn keeps possession.
Matchup zone, aggressive.
Hill nearly jarred it away. And Donaldson with 5 to shoot. Improvises. 3 in the air. Way offline that time.
Never got into anything quickly enough offensively. Great
backdoor cut to the rim, and Oquendo rises and hammers it.
As everybody was simply standing around. Ingram had nothing to do. Oquendo just made a simple backdoor cut and a good one. Easy finish above the rim.
No Wendell Green on the floor for Auburn. Flanagan. It's Hill. Soaring that time, but left it short.
You know what again, Flanagan last time when he scored in the first half. A bounce hard at about 12 feet, went up for the jump shot. He could do the same thing when you ball fake the 3, take a step in. And I know analytics says 3 better than a 2, but a bucket's better than a miss.
Yeah, they hate him.
This is Johnson on the attack. Wasn't going anywhere to Flanagan. Jump stop on the logo. Got to get out of there for the 3 seconds. Donaldson finds Cardwell with 2 seconds. Flanagan's got to let it go. In the nick of time, Flanagan hits it.
And where'd he hit it? A step in the 3-point line. Took a step in. That's more of his rate.
Well, somebody said a bucket is more important than no bucket.
It's comfort zone as a jump shooter.
He's hit a couple of those 15, 18-footers. Auburn has played from behind the majority of this game, but within 6.
And it keeps them comfortably in striking distance. Good pass.
Anselm, that time, had Flanagan coming down on his back. Earns the foul.
You know, Auburn, last time down, Georgia's defense was pretty good. Thought they had a look, and here's where Flanagan. Ball fake, step in, very comfortable. And here was a backdoor cut by Oquendo. Standing around. Finally, Oquendo made the smart play. Cuts, Ingram with a good pass.
Jabri Abdur-Rahim. All right, pardon me, Frank Anselm at the line. He's the junior from Nigeria. 2 years at Syracuse. Played sparingly, though he was a reliable reserve a year ago. Did play in 36 games for the Orange. It's the transfer portal, one of many that Mike White has, and he's given his team some good post depth off the bench.
He's had some good minutes tonight. A couple tip-ins. He had the 2 missed free throws. He's a 72% free throw shooter, so unusual for him to miss 2.
Flanagan, off-balance runner, got it.
I like his mid-range game. I like his 18 to 20-foot game. I like his rim game. I don't like his three-point game. I'm talking about Flanagan. He's strong. He's physical. When he elevates, not many guys are going to block this shot, right? Step in, boom, elevate, because he's quick, he's explosive, he's powerful. Shooting percentage way up when he gets to that range.
And so tonight, he's 4 of 7 from the floor, 9 critical points when only Janai Broom is in double figures. He's got 10. Meanwhile, it's Abdur Rahim.
So let's think about, we're 12-10 left to go. Auburn is made up of players that are used to winning because they won a lot of games. You see his dad there, president of the NBA G League. Pretty good player himself.
Olympian, by the way, career average 18 a game.
So back to down the stretch. Auburn players are used to winning. The Georgia players from the past years have not been used to winning close games. Now, it's a new team, it's a new year, it's a new coach. But they've got to prove it in a game like this in front of their home crowd.
And Anselm just wiped that one away. So now we're inside of 12 minutes, and it does. It looks like the scrappy Georgia team has got the bounce. They've got the confidence rolling right now. And they knock off a ranked team to kick off SEC play. Hill to Ingram for 3. That's long. And it's it over the back. Whistled against Abdur Rahim. Well, the first of our doubleheader on the network tonight's a pretty good one. When we come back, let's preview the top 20 battle with our friends in Fayetteville. That's Dave Neal and Pat Bradley. Come on, that's Bud Walton Arena. All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
what do we got on tap, fellas, for the top 20 battle?
Hey guys, can Arkansas slow down Kobe Brown? Give me an answer. Come on, shooter, give me an answer.
I'll say right now, nobody has it last week, so there's a shot here that maybe that Kobe goes for another 30. You don't know, but it is a top 20 matchup. And listen, it's going to be exciting. The building's already filling up, guys. This is a Missouri team, I think, that surprised a lot of folks, and there's certainly some star power. You mentioned Kobe Brown. He's one of them.
Well, the reason why it's so difficult to slow him down is because he does everything. He doesn't have to score to beat you. He rebounds, passes, he does everything. On the other side, though, Ricky Council, the most explosive player in the SEC, is going to be on till tonight. So,
Hey, we're going to have a good time. Hopefully you guys will stay around and watch a little bit of this one before you go home and hit the local establishments there.
Going to.
Yeah, well, you never know. Oh, boy. Hey, Ricky Council, where is he? Ricky Council, 3rd in the league in scoring. But meanwhile, Kobe Brown went for 30 in that win against Kentucky.
Two
Two
monster games in a row, one against Illinois and then against Kentucky. Those are the 2 ball games. A first-team All-SEC preseason selection, and now he's playing that way. And if he continues, it's not about the points always, it's about his aggressiveness. And everybody who's watched Kobe Brown over the 4 years, as all of us have done games, when he's an aggressive player and he takes it, then Missouri's much better.
Listen, Missouri is a special place for you. That's, of course, where you played. What has Dennis Gates kind of pulled out of a lot of his players like Kobe Brown, some of the transfers he brought with him from Cleveland?
So one of the things about Missouri, it's a veteran team.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of juniors and seniors, he brought with from Cleveland State or from the league he was in. And when you add a Kobe Brown, all of a sudden you've got a veteran team that doesn't seem to get rattled. And that's a key to any coach when they got players on the floor that can handle it.
There's some similarities when you compare it to Georgia as well. 5 on the shot clock. Broom, that is a contested fadeaway. And he starts shaking his head. And he let the folks in the courtside seats know, hey, listen, this is my range.
I think he wanted to show somebody something. He's like, I'm not just a stand-up guy in here. Let me shoot a big fadeaway.
Now, what's he have? 2 threes as well. He has been such an impactful transfer in his first season at Auburn.
This is 6'10" on a post-up. Now, he's been pushed off the block, right? They have doubled him every time he puts it on the floor, so he just spun a long way away from the double. Hit the fadeaway.
He was talking to him pregame. He's got a great attitude, mentality, and focus. Broom is trying to take it away after the whistle. though he is whistled for the personal. He's saying jump ball. Doug Shaw says that's the first person.
He said not this time. Maybe next time I'll give it to you.
You can't blame him for trying.
Well, the best players communicate with officials. Not in a bad way, in a good way. And a lot of times officials, they are human. Sometimes they give you that next one.
I feel like there was a reasonable appeal. Didn't go all Luka Doncic, you know.
Although Luka
playing a little too much.
Luka could give you 60, even complaining. Love the warm welcome for KD.
Well, so you alluded to this. Broom hit his first two. He's missed the last two from deep. Georgia on the move. Roberts soaring to the rim is headed to the free throw line for a pair. Second on Broom.
How about the speed of Terry Roberts coming downhill and what puts pressure on Broom? Now, Broom's argument is he went straight up. He had really nothing to do with the fact that Roberts was a little bit out of control. What good players will do, and Broom again, communicate with the officials and tell them, this is all I did. I give Terry Roberts credit. Came at him hard. All you want is contact somewhere, throw you off, knock down, go to the free throw line.
And again, you can be inside the cylinder if you go straight up. Roberts, though, makes him pay.
He has had a terrific ball game.
17. He and Oquendo with 34 of Georgia's 53. Their top two scorers have been sharp. Halfway mark in the second half. Johnson picks up the dribble down to Flanagan. Starting to heat up, hitting some jumpers in this second. This time, though, works his way right to the rack. Nearly hit the reverse with the left. Almost got it back. Pinballs to Hill.
Great move by Flanagan. Amazing. It did not go in.
Justin Hill. That one's blocked. Broom got back to pin it. Out of bounds. Last touch by Auburn. Block number 3 for the Tigers as a team. The SEC and national leaders.
And the reminder that Mike White will have in every timeout the rest of this game, go after it with two hands, because Auburn does. Auburn is still more aggressive at every loose ball and attacking the ball. Georgia's getting caught with trying to reach it and trying to get it. Got to be stronger. Put back to Bridges.
Deep post catch. Bridges, look who cuts. It's Moncrief.
Excellent,
well done.
Excellent cut. They put Bridges in the low post. Moncrief had a small one on him up top. Moncrief, a simple dive down to the rim.
Credit Georgia, it's executing. Credit this crowd, by the way, that has showed up for its SEC opener. They are trying to begin play with a ranked upset. Flanagan with 7 to shoot. Broom, oh yeah, he was left open there, or not. A little separation between he and Bridges, and he makes a pay.
Broom's got a lot of game. He's got a lot in his bag. Inside, outside. Georgia very comfortable with half-court sets.
That pass to Bridges, ricochet to Oquendo, back to Bridges.
Now Broom's going to get frustrated at his teammates that nobody's helping out. He's one man on the defensive end fighting 3 guys down low.
Johnson, the villain, back inside his former home. Bridges, the offensive rebound, he was too close, an easy convert.
He's a beast.
16 and 8 now for Janai Broom, the Tampa native. Roberts lost it. It's a 4-on-1. I just have to feel sorry for Hill that time. And Auburn's back within 4.
Again, I'm just going to see what I'm seeing. 4 guys for Auburn ran on offense. Only 1 white jersey back. 3 other guys outran all the Georgia players. They didn't get back.
Georgia has been up by 9, 10 points for much of the
There's a
second
dog.
half.
There's nobody
Auburn,
there.
though, back within 4.
And every time they've been comfortable high pick and roll and trying to find Bridges on the post, even though he's not scored, they still go back to it.
Roberts had the mismatch out to Hill, rises.
Nice.
4-3.
Nice pass. Feet were set. Follow through Hill.
Auburn attempting to respond. Down 7. Green. Well, you have to respect that because he'll take it from that deep. Got to step inside the arc, still missed the jumper.
It's amazing how many ball fakes those guys go for.
Roberts puts it on the deck, high off the glass. Offensive board to Bridges. Ball fake, got it.
Terry Roberts, terrific. And what happened? Broom had to come weak side to try to block it. Nobody there to help Broom out. Bridges with an easy tap in.
And so Bruce Pearl calls timeout. 5-0 run for the Dogs, back up by 9. Specific categories, and then at the bottom, Kobe Brown. Again, the 30 points against Kentucky a few days ago, and Mizzou beginning SEC play, 1-0. So those have been some of the stars, John, to begin the year.
Yeah, Miller is a special talent, and Alabama is a special team because of that. And they've got speed, they've got quickness, they're long. They can do a lot of things on both sides of the court.
A lot of pros on that court.
Yes,
on that
yes.
roster.
In Kentucky, I still think they've got to find their way. And I think Oscar, don't get mad, folks, I think he can be better. I don't think he demands the ball in the post. I don't think he sets picks for guys. I think he's a little, I don't mean this bad. I think he's lazy offensive player unless he's chasing his own ball.
Look, they're already mad at you for picking TCU
Yeah,
earlier,
that's
okay? So here's Roberts on the run out. And Georgia's back ahead by 11. It matches its largest lead of the night. Oh, another giveaway. And Mike White is going to be asking for the whistle. And so Jalen Williams was the one who grabbed Roberts after he stole it away.
Active defensively, they built a lead. Auburn gets back in it, but they've climbed the mountain. Auburn hasn't not got all over the top. And so Georgia still's got to stay with it. We know the strength of Auburn team every year is that they can make runs at the end of games. They can make runs, and they can be aggressive. So Georgia's got to continue with their foot down.
So, by the way, we've got an official review. Remember the old NBA terminology, clear path foul. So that's probably what's being assessed right now. So there's Roberts. He knocks the pass away. There's no one in front of him, and is Williams going to get whistled for not making a play on the ball, which would be a technical.
Kind of an easy call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there. It's right in front of the official. But it takes them a little longer than us. Because
well, sometimes. More angles to assess. So that's Doug Shows and Vlad Tadal with the headsets on. Boy, this could be a tough break. It's just compounding the error. And yes, Doug Shows is confirming that this is going to be that technical foul. So 2 free throws. Yeah, 2 free throws. Okay, and Vlad just came over. Thank you. 2 free throws
and the ball
for Roberts, and then Wright. You get the possession back at the point of interruption.
Yeah, they had the ball anyway, but here it is. No play on the ball. Kind of an easy response, easy call. Which players have we seen in the transfer portal be successful? The guys coming from mid-major, older players, right, that come in, were very good in the league they were in before, and can deliver at the SEC level mixed in with better players. And Terry Roberts is the same. The question I would have down the stretch, can Auburn turn up their defense more full court or 3/4 court to speed Georgia up to try to force them to sink? They can't just let them run half-court offense, or they'll run out of time to get back in this game.
There's still 6 minutes to go. However, John, largest lead of the evening for Georgia. They stretch it to 13 and with possession. Bridges spins, coming back over the left shoulder. Now to Roberts. Hesitates. McBride stepped out of bounds. Ball back to Auburn.
And here's the thing, Terry Roberts had a shot. And when you're running half-court offense, Bridges made a move inside. They went to double him, and it was Roberts' man that doubled, and Roberts had a shot. Take the shot. each guys are expecting you to shoot. If you don't, you might not get another opportunity. Matchup.
Williams wants it.
Zone defense.
Line, rebound at Oquendo. He lost it. And back to Broom, and he scores it. So an important one there.
Moore with the kept the ball alive. Great matchup here. Jasper on Roberts.
Jasper, an exceptional on-ball defender. Now the switch. Moncrief trying to post. Jasper's going to get whistled for getting tangled up and then shoving him down. So that's the third on Jasper.
Jasper's
and
at
1-1 for Georgia.
Jasper's at 6'1", Moncrief's at 6'8". So Moncrief's trying to post up, and he's backing up, and Jasper had to give him some space. But most small guys, I mean, I thought he was holding his ground. Now, Moncrief very aggressive. Remember, he goes to the free throw line. Less than 50% free throw shooter, but around that number. Last time down, he had an air ball, then he had a swish. Must block out. Nice shot, nice release. Good confidence. Boy, he knocked in two. That's huge.
Lead remains 13, 5:02 to go. So time running out for Auburn. John, we're 35 minutes into this thing. What's Georgia done well, generally speaking?
Well, both sides. They defended. They've not rebounded exceptionally well. They've gotten some breaks. They've not kept Auburn off the line. And then they've handled the ball on the offensive end. They've got at least shots that they want to take.
Only turned it over 10 times.
Organized well. Execution is good. They got a chance to be 11-3 and 1-0 in the SEC. And the Georgia fans have something to cheer about.
4:40 away from maybe a very well-deserved win at home inside Stegman Coliseum. Green tried to shovel it off. It got bounced, knocked free. Here comes Oquendo.
Sloppy play on the offensive end.
Oquendo, can he call the timeout, or is it a jump? It is a tie-up. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs.
Smart play by Oquendo, jumping quickly on that ball because it looked like it was going to be a turnover.
Mike White has done a fine job preparing his team for this one.
Well, and the quick substitutions. He had Anselm in for about 2 minutes. Bridges got a break, comes back in. Again, they have run offensive plays for Bridges on the post. And they should, because he's good on the post. He has struggled scoring it tonight, but when they go to him, he draws attention. Other guys are open when they cut, or they'll be open for a jump shot.
Oh, that might be 5. 5-second count.
Absolutely cannot run away from the basketball. You make hard cuts to the basketball. Fake away, come to it.
So that's quality defense that time for Auburn. But it's running out of possessions. It's down 13. Donaldson, Jasper, Williams, Moore.
And he took Wendell Green out. So you got Donaldson, who's got to, someone's got to be the shooter and the playmaker.
Broom swarmed. He gets out. Here's Jasper. Wants another. Bounces out. Broom, strong offensive board with the left hand. Yes. Janai Broom just continues to wreak havoc inside. Now he's got 20 and 10.
Here's the matchup. Jasper, great on-ball defender.
Roberts bounces to Moncrief. Inside of 4 minutes. Bridges the quick spin on Broom. Reverse. No. Rebound to Williams. Jasper. Bounce pass to Moore. Got it. 9-point game.
And Broom is unbelievable on both ends of the floor. Defensively, Bridges has not been able to score. Another good defensive play allows Auburn to run and at least get an easy hoop. They've climbed back in this thing slowly but surely. And as they do, we still have a ball game.
Back-to-back buckets for the Tigers.
Inside, Broom, man-child, all night long.
All-State mayhem moment when the when the Bulldogs pulled ahead by 13.
Yeah, Bridges inside on the follow-up, and then the kick out and the three by Justin Hill. The building was loud, the momentum was Georgia, and they've kept it. They've not allowed this Auburn team to get close enough to where you think they're just going to overtake it. Now, the spread's pretty good now. Georgia must protect the basketball. Auburn is aggressive, they're quick, and they're
Vision coming up on the 3-minute mark.
Chris Moore, his shoe is halfway off. He can't get it back on his foot. Makes it tough to make it tough cut.
Williams left it short. Ball is free. Hill's got it. Hill on the move and into the front court.
Good decision.
Georgia with a pair of timeouts. Auburn has one. Both teams in the bonus. That possession arrow favors UGA. Roberts on the blow-by again. Earns a pair of free throws. Boy, at times, he's made the right decisions when to attack, when not to. He's at the line again.
The ability to hesitate and explode. You can always control the defender by stop and go. Your changes of pace and changes of speed. He might not be as quick as a guy like Jasper, but he keeps Jasper on his heels. He was not sure, and sometimes the defender thinks, well, my opponent's trying to run a play, right? He is supposed to run a play and run some clock. Roberts exploded by him, got him on his hip, got the contact, throws the free throw line.
You could use the next one. What's the old phrase? It's not how fast you are, but can you change the speed? Can you change how fast you are?
Change the speed, change direction, change angles.
John, how about this? 21 for Roberts. It's his third 20-point game of the season. Those
two big
help.
Yeah. You do that. If you do that on the road, you lose. You sometimes can get away with missing a few free throws at home.
Still a 3-possession game. 9 points is the deficit for Auburn. Where's the offense coming from? Quindo nearly did a split. Donaldson for 3. He's been offline from deep tonight. Jasper saves it. Williams, no. Rebound down to Moncrief, up ahead to Hill, and he wisely slows it inside of 2 minutes now.
I thought a big
foul on Broom.
I thought a big possession and 2 big misses by Auburn. Donaldson, the freshman, I thought took an early deep three. Has not shot the ball well tonight. They got a second chance. You miss another 3. I think that was Williams who took the second 3. He kind of has been inconsistent as a 3-point shooter. But with 2 minutes to go, if they pound it inside, I mean, they're big inside. Janai Broom, he's got 20 points, 10 rebounds. He's a double-double again, his 3rd of the season.
Oh, gosh.
And Georgia missing free throws down the stretch.
So here's Mike White, first season after hitting the transfer portal himself, coming over from Florida. You just saw it in the bottom right there. This would be Georgia's first win against a ranked SEC team since Anthony Edwards was here. That was February of 2020. And who was it against? Auburn.
They played the matchup zone quite a bit. They've made Auburn take shots outside. They've allowed that pass into the middle of that zone. And when you do that, you can't be reaching and just stay behind the player so you can make a jump hook over the top.
Checking in for the Dogs, Braylon Bridges.
So Anselm sends Jalen Williams to the line for a 1-and-1.
Jalen Williams.
1:47 to go inside Stegman Coliseum.
The first free throws that he has shot tonight. Money.
9-point game. Williams, the senior from Southeast Georgia.
Again, spacing when the pressure comes. Be aggressive to catch the ball, be aggressive to look up the floor. If it's open, up the floor, make the pass.
So two important ones. 8-point game again, 1:47 to go.
So you got to be strong catching this basketball. Auburn, very aggressive defensively.
Hill can run if he wants it. He starts to. Near turnover. Donaldson reaching for it. So is Broom. Tie up. Possession arrow bails out the Bulldogs.
You know what's interesting about that? Moncrief caught the pass in bounds, and then Hill was coming off his side. It's just like, because we run it in practice, it'll just be there, so he just kind of handed it. You got to read your defense. See where your defender is behind you. Ball fake that one, then come back to the other side. Make sure it's not just a drill that you do every day in practice. You got to think, how are guys reacting? Where are they? Step through them. They got a break.
Georgia, these players, the five on the floor, have to channel their inner Mike White. Is always calm, level-headed. They have the 8-point lead, 1:42 to go.
Mike White, one of the best lead guards when he was playing at Ole Miss. He understood how to handle situations down the stretch.
Bruce Pearl doing some last-second coaching. Doug Shows has to move him out of Aquindo's way to inbound it. We got 5 seconds to get it across the timeline now. Roberts barges through, splits a pair, knocks right into Moore. Moore is whistled for the blocking foul. So Roberts now has bonus free throws.
How about Roberts splitting the seam at half court between the two defenders? Difficult to do and to stay hold of the basketball. Two guards.
Some guards might hesitate there.
Well,
and in Roberts' case, read it nicely.
You had Jasper and Donaldson that didn't get together, wanted to take the charge, so he split him, and he got the ball through him. He put it ahead of him so he could step through.
Third 20-point game for Roberts in his first year at Georgia.
What a ball game.
Yeah, starts junior college ranks. Florida Southwestern State College, 2 years at Bradley. Or pardon me, a year ago at Bradley. He was the Missouri Valley Newcomer of the Year. Realizes his value, goes back into the transfer portal. Georgia looking for another scoring guard. Gets added to the roster, and he has made quite an impact 14 games in.
And a guy that could run the show for Mike White. He needed someone that could run the show for Georgia, right? Be the lead guard out front. Handle the ball, score the ball. And what we've seen tonight, and what we asked Mike White, hey, what about your team? Well, we're just a better version of where we were. That's what he said. And if they continue this, and I think this is the kind of player, Terry Roberts, again, the comfort zone with the coaches, the comfort zone with his teammates, the comfort zone of now in his first game in the SEC, what the competition's going to be like. This is home court, which is one thing. Saturday they're going to road to Florida. That's another thing. But it sure is nice to have a veteran guard, a senior, running the show.
Season high 22. He's got one more at the line. You know, and let's point out the credit where credit's due. Hey, Mike White, he kind of restocked, upgraded this roster, and you are seeing maybe the fruits of that labor come to fruition tonight. Could be a ranked win.
So it reminds me a little bit of Missouri when I look at Terry Roberts. They've got a point guard out front, Nick Honor, who knows what's up. He's the transfer from Clemson. He runs the whole show and does not make many mistakes and allows the Missouri team to be better offensively.
This one would be humongous. Oh, what a rejection. Aquino just comes flying out of nowhere, and he swats Moore's shot into the seats.
Pass to the corner. Aquino, we've talked about his athletic ability. If you don't ball fake him, he's going to come from all angles.
He's got that great vertical leap.
Yes, he does.
Athleticism off the charts. He's also had a fine evening, 17 points. Donaldson has to let it fly. He's missed both of his threes, now make it 3. Rebound to Hill. So time running out, 1:18 to play. Yeah, Bruce Pearl is saying let's foul right now. A lot of time coming off. Donaldson will send Roberts to the line. That is not a very pleased Bruce Pearl tonight in SEC game number 2.
Well, you've got Wendell Green. He's sitting on the bench.
Terry Roberts to the line for the
You got
Dogs.
Katie Johnson down the stretch, sitting on the bench. Neither with foul trouble. So Bruce Pearl sending a message to his leadership that it's not good enough. When you get into league play, they escaped at home against Florida last Wednesday. This one they go on the road. Georgia has been terrific since the opening tap.
60 seconds to go, 11-point game. This is Broom for 3. They need something to fall, and not that time. So now you just have to play that foul game again. And Anselm is going to the free throw line. You basically sense it now for the Dogs. This would be a big one. New year, new plays for Mike White. He upgraded this roster, brought in some key transfers. And, hey, listen, it's game 1 of a long SEC season. However, this could not be a better starting point or position for Georgia to gain a lot of confidence, perhaps knocking off a ranked Auburn team that won the league a year ago.
And the great thing for a coaching staff, and Mike White, again, one of the finest in the country, is that they've not been perfect tonight, right? So the film will show what weaknesses they have, what turnovers they had, where they weren't tough enough, all those things. But again, if you can get a win, this Georgia crowd is simply beside themselves.
We got that graphic in front of us. I'm circling it. You're going to be
There you go.
there.
I will be there.
Gainesville. That's a return for Mike, where he was the prior 7 years as the head coach. Okay, though, it's an 11-point game. Now, Auburn just needs, they need one of these threes to go down. They're 6 of 27 from deep. They've taken a bunch the last couple of minutes of game time, and Bruce Pearl is going to use his final timeout. Again, you need a miraculous sort of a run and sequence, 50.5 to go. It's a 4-possession game. And imagine if one or two of those threes had fallen in the last couple of minutes. Maybe you got something to talk about, but it's an uphill climb if you're Auburn without any timeouts.
Well, it might have
50 seconds left, John.
It might have changed what pressure then would have been put on Georgia if a couple of those baskets went in. They did not go in. So Georgia has still been comfortable running their offense, comfortable doing what they want, staying in that zone, doing what they want to do defensively. And now, again, it's one game, and Bruce Pearl knows because he's the defending champ. He knows the long conference season.
Totally.
Sometimes there are messages you're sending to your players. As I mentioned, Katie Johnson and Wendell Green down the stretch of this game have been on the bench, right? Is that a message? Could be. Could be. But what we've seen here tonight on the other side is that Georgia should be able to get a win here in the last 50 seconds that propels them into feeling differently about their team and their fans thinking about them, because now it's SEC play and they've got to win.
Next up for Auburn, speaking of the Tigers, is that rematch against Arkansas. Remember, they were #1 in the nation a year ago when Arkansas bounced them inside Bud Walton Arena. But what's important is right now, Broom into the paint, looking for an easy one. Got it. 46.5 to go, so it's back to a 9-point game. Can you force the turnover here in the backcourt? Roberts picks up the
waiting for this game to
dribble
be over.
to Hill. He gets bumped, and he's going to the free throw line.
It's not clean. It's not easy when they're bringing it up. And what I've always thought, when you're the guard in the corner, Oquendo's up here at about half court by himself. Now he's gone a little deep and ran too far down. Come back and help your guys catch the ball. If you're trapped quickly, if you turn and face, you probably got an easy pass up the sideline.
Again, one game, as we just alluded to. But, John, it does feel like this Georgia team is hands down. And look, it was certainly a forgettable season a year ago. But it just feels that this is going to be a more competitive team in SEC play. Or can't slam at home. He gets whistled for, or draws the foul, I should say. So he has free throws with 33.5 to go.
So the question is, coaching would not be fun. How does a pass against our zone get all the way from the top through the middle of our zone to a guy underneath the basket. Right? So coaches, that's why they pull their hair out. They turn their hair gets dressed. That we can't allow the ball to do that.
So, John, Georgia has led by as many as 13 in the second half. They were up by as many as 11 in that first half. The picture I'm trying to paint is they have led for every moment of this game outside of 14 seconds, at least in the early goings of this game.
And Bruce Pearl is pulling everybody back, so this Georgia crowd will be on their feet. What a great win for Mike White and this Georgia program. We have seen the success. We've seen the success of some of the new coaches in the league. Mike White's not new to the league, but he's new to Georgia.
Roberts is going now for 26.
Wow, what a night.
So Georgia, 5 seconds away from beginning 1-0 in SEC play. An important first step, as it would be the Dogs' first SEC opener of victory in 7 years. The last time it happened was 2016. Or I make it 6 years, pardon. It was late December of that season. And Mike White, he's got some chest bumps, got some fist bumps, dapping it up, as everybody deserves quite a bit of credit for the effort, the game plan, the scout today. Again, against a very quality Auburn team that will no doubt remain a premier team in this league. Tonight they got it. All right, so I think after this point 4, this one's going to be over. Boom at the buzzer. No, it will not count. And Georgia knocks off a ranked team.
Great win for the Bulldogs at home to start the SEC play.
So let's go to Fayetteville. Top 20 battle inside Bud Walton Arena. Dave and Pat, take it away.